I think the common conception is that technology just drops onto society and society has to react. But the way this works in all of my experience is that it's a co-evolving system where technology goes a little bit further, society changes, technology changes, society changes more. And there's like a back and forth that wouldn't be represented by a single drop of technology or a single adaptation of society. But it is this sort of jointly evolving process. And I think that's way more stable and way better for everyone and does sort of represent how we try to run OpenAI.
And Peng, that brings in Peng's very earlier answer. You addressed the elephant in the room in your first answer there, talking about jobs and jobs replacements. You talked about the 10 to 1 in the chairman's office there. Sam speaking there about co-evolving. We still do have this paranoia, this reluctance when it comes to thinking, are we going to be replaced? Let's just address that. Let's be grown up and address that.
It's a profound and very important question. If I was to tell you right now I have an answer to it, I'll be lying to you. I don't have an answer. I think maybe Sam does. But we as a society here in the UAE believe the best way to address this unknown is to try it, experiment with it. And we still absolutely put humans at the center of this AI revolution. This is why you didn't hear me saying that my office or my chairman's office has no humans anymore. Instead, we have great employees and partners working, but they are amplified today, 10 to 1, through AI agents. This is a powerful productivity boost today for us. However, yes, indeed, I do believe one day, as we get closer to superintelligence, there may be additional risks we need to address. I think, again, the best way to deal with that is to try to experiment, and especially as policymakers and political leaders, rather than talking about this in theory and addressing this in think tanks, is to try AI out right now, in your home, in your office, at societal scale, before we reach superintelligence, and begin to adapt and adjust and proactively manage this potential risk.
So you mentioned there ASI, artificial superintelligence. That's a perfect segue for me to bring in Sam on this point. You wrote a wonderful blog post this summer, The Gentle Singularity, a very intriguing title. Maybe we could unpack that as well. And if I may quote your words to you, 2025 has seen the arrival of agents that can do real cognitive work. Writing computer code will never be the same. 2026 will likely see the arrival of systems that can figure out novel insights. 2027 may see the arrival of robots that can do tasks in the real world. Expand on this, please.
I think if we could go back in time 5 years and show the people of 2020 what the AI systems of 2025 would look like, it would seem insane. We just wouldn't believe it. And we would also say that if it were true and if these systems existed, then the world would have to be very crazy. And yet here we are. We do have these, as Peng said, Einsteinian level systems in some small ways. And the world is just kind of continuing on. I think it's beautiful in many ways, but it is remarkable that we have such smart AI now, and we've all gotten so used to it. And that was the point I was trying to get across.